The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation promotes, preserves, and perpetuates music, culture, and heritage through programs, cultural, educational, and economic activities year-round. Learn more at jazzandheritage.org. This program is brought to you in part by the Eugenie and Joseph Jones Family Foundation, a local foundation proud to support education, the arts, and culture in the greater New Orleans area.
Support for this program comes from the Gail and Tom Benson Charitable Foundation, committed to funding educational causes.
Steppin Out is made possible in part by Susie and Pierre G. Villery.
Whether it's the latest museum exhibit, the newest restaurant, or the current hot play,
we appreciate the weekly updates on the arts, music, and entertainment. Let's step out.
I'm Peggy Scott Laborde, and welcome to Steppin Out. And of course, we have updates from the local restaurant, arts, and entertainment scenes. Joining me tonight, Poppy Tooker, host of Louisiana Eats on WWNO Radio. Hey, Miss Poppy.
Hello, Peg.
Hello. New Orleans-born vocalist Kayla Lewis. We are so glad she is with us. She is going to be performing songs made famous by Ella Fitzgerald, Dorothy Dandridge, and others in a brand new musical that she has put together. And it's going to be not this weekend, but next weekend, but we'll tell you all about it. Welcome to our table.
Thank you for having me.
Good to see you, of course. Alan Smason, editor of the Crescent City Jewish News and theatercriticism.com. A little later, though, we'll also be visiting with Danny O'Flaherty and his brother Patrick, and they will play for us, and they're going to be performing in a concert here this weekend. So lots of music in there. Satchmo Fest, all kinds of great things. But first up, Poppy, to the quarter.
To the quarter with new restaurant news. Love to have something happy like that to talk about. Lots of people will remember Lou Funola. I think they started at St. Roch. They were a pop-up. Well, they've been on St. Charles now for a couple of years in the CBD, but they just opened Lou Fu French Quarter. It's at the old Maximo's spot.
Oh, sure.
And that was Gree, if you recall, most recently. Well, I just want to go there to cool off, frankly, because, you know, there's that marble bar. I was there the other night, and I just kind of leaned up on the bar and got cooled down after a walk to the restaurant. All that marble. But, oh my gosh, this new place has an expanded menu that has over 70 items on it. And, you know, I love the exotic. So, like goat korma, mutton chuka, there's Malabar lobster. Boy, was that good. There's lots of vegetarian items, and they've introduced what they're calling Indo-Chinese items. And one of them we enjoyed at the bar that night, the chicken lollipops. Oh, goodness, is that good. And their cocktails. There's a chai old-fashioned that, oh, Alan, you would love it. You should go give it a try.
A chai old-fashioned.
Yeah, a chai old-fashioned. So Lou Fu Nola, French Quarter, Lou Fu in the CBD, still there on St. Charles Avenue. And now, of course, we often talk about all the good deeds that the Toops do from the Toops Meadery. I don't know how they manage it. But anyway, they're holding a raffle because they've got such a big summer feeding program, and they're coming down to the wire. And so they are holding a raffle, a $50 entry price, and you can win dinner for 4. And this is going on now through August the 15th. And you know, Peggy, I do have to say, I am sick and tired of sad restaurant and bar news. I don't want to say these words on TV anymore. Effervescence on Rampart's closing.
Oh, no.
Okay, wait, this is a shocker. The Dungeon is closing.
But I think it's trying to reopen with new management.
I don't
So
know,
I
but
thought I heard
anyway,
that.
that's what
Okay.
I hear.
Yeah,
But it's
okay.
really important that there is a new fundraiser that is being held to help troubled independent restaurants survive in this difficult climate we are in. It's called Savor the City. It's at the Broadside. It's Thursday, August the 28th from 6 until 10 p.m. Tickets are only $60. The list of restaurants participating is awesome. And I'll remind everybody about this again before the 28th, but really, really and truly help the New Orleans independent restaurants stay in business. And you know, the Ace Hotel, okay, and of course now it's called the Barnett. And it's culinary time. So the two places I wanted to mention are both associated with the Barnett, and that is Brutto Americana, which has the most delicious Italian food. And
That's beautiful.
it's like what's on their culinary menu includes things like meatballs, burrata, con panna. Of course, there's tiramisu for dessert. And you remember, this is 2-course lunches for $28 or less, 3-course dinner and brunches for $58 or less. And then also, next door, Seaworthy. What a fantastic raw bar they have there. But on their culinary menu, they're offering a lobster roll, there's smoked trout. For dessert, it's so hot. How about a frozen key lime pie? So it's culinary time starting tomorrow. Everybody needs to check it out.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Peg.
And Kayla, I'm so excited about your project. Oh my goodness. Okay. And of course, you're a New Orleans girl, but you've been spending a lot of time at NYU for both undergraduate and graduate degrees.
Just two graduate
Just
degrees.
just two graduate degrees, right. But anyway, and of course, you come from an illustrious family of musicians, including your dad, Kayla Lewis Sr., and plays at the Preservation Hall and so many other places as well. But tell us, set us up for what this is going to be, this performance.
Yes.
2 performances.
Of course. So I would call this more of a vignette of cabaret performances more than anything, because I wouldn't call it a musical per se, but it is a show that it's a tribute to just the Black female performers that had come along the way from, you know, I would say the early swing era or the early jazz age into the late swing era or golden age, as they might call it.
So we're talking Ella Fitzgerald.
Yeah, Ella Fitzgerald, Lena Horne, Dorothy Dandridge, Eartha Kitt, and the list goes on.
So they inspire you, and so you're going to be performing songs that they made famous.
Yeah, and there's going to be a bit of a theatrical element to it too. Yeah.
How wonderful. Well, we want to hear you, though. All right. Okay. So set up, we've got this wonderful clip. Tell us.
Yeah, so this was a clip that I did with my brother. It was kind of on the spur moment kind of a project that happened.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
A videographer that we'd worked with for a family project actually came up to us. It's like, hey, I want to videotape you guys performing something. And we're like, okay, well, we'll pick 2 songs.
So it's your brother. Your brother is
my
the
brother's
bass
the
player.
bassist. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Well, we're going to hear an excerpt from When
Yeah.
It's Sleepy Time Down South.
Pale moon shining on the fields below. Someone's crooning songs, soft and low. Needn't tell me so, because I know when it's sleepy time down south. Soft winds blowing through those pine wood trees. Folks down there live a life of ease. When old mama falls upon her knees, then it's sleepy time down south. Steamboats on the river are coming and going, splashing the night away. Hear those banjos ringing, the folks all are singing, dance till the break of day. Oh, dear old Southland, with its dreamy songs, takes me back where I belong. How I'd love to be in my mama's arms when it's sleepy time down south.
And Kayla, we will still be hearing you, but we get to talk too, because I really wanted to point out, first of all, we're not talking about this weekend, we're talking about next weekend, okay, at the Ashe Powerhouse Theater. But that is your brother, but also what a band that you've put together. Your dad is playing, and Jamil Sharif, and I mean, what a powerhouse of talent too. I can't help but say that. And plus Dandy Wellington, we're going to show some photos as we're talking of some of them, but I mean, it's pretty illustrious.
Yeah.
So you wove all this together?
In a manner of speaking, it kind of grew into this. We were originally going to do something much smaller, but then I would say, especially once dancers got involved, we realized, oh, well, we might as well add
Is this something that ideally, I mean, I know we all should be thinking big, that you'd like to do New York? You live in New York.
Yeah, if I could, that would be great, because I'm right there. So if possible, I would definitely like to do this in New York. And ironically, a lot of the people that I'm working with are in New York. So it would be great to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm so excited for you. Once again, Belle Noire, Saturday, August the 9th at 7 p.m. and then Sunday, August the 10th at 3 p.m. Now, I want to explain for everybody, the Ashe Powerhouse Theater is, of course, part of the Ashe Center, but it's its own building, and there's a parking lot on the side, and you enter the parking lot. It's in front of it's kind of adjacent to the building, but you do go on Barone to get to the parking lot as well. But it's very exciting, and BelleNoireShow.com for tickets.
Yes.
But once again, congratulations. I couldn't be more excited for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very good news. Very good news. And we are a very musical show tonight, I've got to tell you. On Sunday, Danny and Patrick O'Flaherty will be performing in concert, and they visited our studios earlier today. Oh my goodness, Patrick and Danny O'Flaherty together again. It's been a while in New Orleans. Many of us fondly remember in the quarter O'Flaherty's Irish Channel Pub. It's great to have you with us. And you're in town this weekend for an actual concert at Deutsches House. We'll tell you more about that in just a second. But so you're the oldest?
Yes, a year and a half.
A year and a half, okay. And you're one of 10, did you tell me?
That's right.
And a musical family?
Except for one.
Except for one. Huh? So how many instruments do you play?
4.
4. And what are you holding right now?
That's the Irish adaptation of the Greek instrument bouzouki.
Bouzouki. And you're primarily guitar? Or?
I play 4 or 5 instruments as well.
You do too? Oh my goodness. This is a talented gentleman. Well, tell us about Connemara. I mean, that is your original family birthplace. It must be so beautiful.
It's very mountainous. The land is very poor, but it's beautiful. It's on the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. And we grew up there. It's a Gaelic region of Ireland. The language is still flourishing in Connemara, as it is in other 4 or 5 areas in Ireland as well. But we grew up going to school, speaking in Gaelic, and English became our second language after we immigrated.
Wow! And I know you have just moved back to New Orleans many years up in West Virginia. It's good to be back.
It's great to be back. It's great to be back, especially for the food and the music. Well,
walking down the street, you hear all the good music.
Yeah, well, I know the plan is, of course, to play, to keep playing, and whether it's private concerts or public concerts or house parties. And if anybody wants to know how to get in contact with them, just go to your website, DannyO'Flaherty.com.
Yes, indeed.
So what are you playing for us tonight?
A lovely song called Grace O'Malley. She was a pirate queen in the late 1500s, and she from the west of Ireland. And recently, there's a tall ship in Ireland, a sail training vessel for kids to go out, named after her.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Well, once again, it's great to see you all. And now, let's see them perform. Grace O'Malley.
Seafaring queen could always be seen sailing out from her port on Clare Island. She ruled the western seas for 40 long years, from Clew Bay to the mouth out of Shannon. Ride the waves from Clew Bay, ride the waves to Tyrconnell, ride the waves night and day to Clare Island. The idol of our clan, they were pirates every band, with their flags flying high from our galley. Who would dare to block our path, or they would feel the wrath of a woman they call Grace O'Malley. Ride the waves from Clew Bay, ride the waves to Tyrconnell, ride the waves night and day to Clare Island. The cruelty and deeds of Bingham's greed brought rebellion and death over Connacht. And Grace he betrayed, her death he arranged. She escaped with her fleet to Tyrconnell. Ride the waves from Clew Bay, ride the waves to Tyrconnell, ride the waves night and day to Clare Island. In 1593, once again she was free. She returned to the sea and her galley. And to this very day, from Clare Island and Clew Bay, haunts the memory of Grace O'Malley. Ride the waves from Clew Bay, ride the waves to Tyrconnell, ride the waves night and day to Clare Island, and ride the waves from Clew Bay, ride the waves to Tyrconnell, ride the waves night and day to Clare Island.
And the O'Flaherty Brothers reunion concert is actually, it turns out it's sold out, but you can see it on Danny O'Flaherty's Facebook page, streaming live Sunday at 2 p.m. And for more info about that, of course, you can go to DannyO'Flaherty.com, but it's the Facebook page. Just check in right there at 2 o'clock on Sunday. Mr. Allen.
Well, we're going to talk about Carousel, of course. C. Leonard Raybon returns in glory to his favorite spot as conductor, baton in hand as he guides some 25 seasoned musicians in through their paces, enjoying the time conducting, while Diane Lala returns as the work's director and the choreographer. And what she does from the opening sequence of the Carousel Waltz cannot be adequately described. It must be experienced. Patrick Cragen is a formidable Billy Bigelow with a rich, powerful voice that dominates the songs in which he's featured as a soloist, especially in the long and very tricky soliloquy. And Melissa Campbell is a perfect complement to him as innocent Julie Jordan, who unpredictably falls in love with him. Now, Grace McLean does an outstanding job with her work opposite Campbell and You're a Queer One, Julie Jordan, and Mr. Snow, but she also shines in When the Children Are Asleep with Knox Van Horn as her lover Enoch Snow. Melissa Marshall, who's a veteran performer at Summer Lyric Theater, really takes hold of her role as Julie's cousin, the innkeeper, Nettie Fowler, powerfully belting out the leads, and June is busting out all over, and You'll Never Walk Alone. And both Melissas, Campbell and Marshall, shine as bookends to the other in Carousel, giving a master's class on how to approach each role musically with power and finesse. And the dance sequences are so brilliant and beautifully enhanced by those exquisite costumes designed by Glenn Reed and coordinated by Bailey Robertson. Wigs and makeup by Lauren Hart are also outstanding, and the set designs by Rick Paul are minimalist, but really extremely effective. Ken Good also has an opportunity to show his acting skills as he portrays the criminal Jigger Cragen, who leads Billy astray in an ill-advised attempt at robbery. And Laura Grice uses the role of carnival owner Mrs. Mullen to show off her tremendous acting chops. While not carrying the musical as she usually does through her singing, she does credit to the role of a very weary, jealous woman who's been passed over by Billy in favor of the younger and innocent Julie. Additional dance performances by Erin Short as Louise, Julie and Billy's daughter, are also remarkable. Donovan Davis there dances as her partner representing her father and the terrible legacy he leaves behind. This show runs through Sunday at Dixon Hall. This carousel may well have outshone both of their previous exceptionally rendered productions from earlier in the summer and left audiences with a new high standard that all future judges will be judged by, that is. And after all audiences are the highest judge.
And we have a quick clip, so we wanted to roll that too. It's from the clam bake scene.
This is a real nice clam bake. Carousel runs through Sunday, August the 3rd at Dixon Hall. Now, this past Tuesday night, I had the pleasure to serve as one of the 3 judges for Stage Door Idol at BB Stage Door Canteen, along with Le Petit Theater's A.J. Allegra and Victory Bell and director Hannah Richal. And after the votes were all tallied, the surprise announcement was made. It was another tie. Yet another man took honors. First, Noah Lanier with his version of Alone. And the first woman to go to this year's finals was Hallie LeCompte. Both Noah and Hallie will join previous week's winners, Rad Jennings and Adam Bro from week 1, and Elijah from week 2. There's one more week of preliminaries, and then you'll see the finals on August the 19th. Now, speaking of A.J. Allegra, we had time to spend some time together on Monday night as well. We talked about Le Petit Theater's upcoming season that starts with the regional premiere of the Lemon Trilogy and then ends with the regional premiere of Once. So check that out on the NOLA Theater Folk Facebook page, etc. You can catch all of that. Also, right after that, Fat Squirrel's founder and artistic director, Andrea Watson, sat down to talk with me about her upcoming production of The Crucible. You can catch all that again, as I said, on the internet. But here's some photos from The Crucible, some rehearsal scenes with a very big cast, too big to name right now. But it all plays at Big Couch in the Bywater starting next Monday night. The Crucible by Arthur Miller, directed by Andrea Watson. And for those of you who are looking for a little comedy, coming up at Rivertown Theaters are 2 important shows. First of all, Ricky Graham returns with Murder Most Meemaw, which he stars and directs on the Lanyap stage. Those general admission seats are now on sale. And then, of course, on the main stage, they're already in rehearsals. Dear Evan Hansen making his regional premiere here in September with a live 8-piece band. It should be spectacular.
Wow. And time for our picks, Poppy.
Please dine out and save New Orleans restaurants. It's culinary. It's a bargain. Go eat out.
All right, very good. Okay. And Alan.
For the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, Anthony Bean Community Theater is bringing back the youth musical 504, which speaks on how the young members of New Orleans came back after the disaster. It's a hip-hop musical, and it's playing at a big house, the Orpheum Theater. Please help support these young players and Anthony for his many years of service to the acting community, and I'll see you at the theater.
All right, and now my picks. This weekend's Satchmo's Summerfest is filled with local music, food, and drink. There are also panel discussions, and I will interview historian Ricky Riccardi concerning Armstrong's New Orleans years. That's Sunday at 4 p.m. at the New Orleans Jazz Museum right there, you know, the Mint. Free admission. Fidelity White Linen Night takes place Saturday from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. along the 300 to 600 blocks of Julia Street. And that, of course, is in the Warehouse District. That's going to be a lot of fun food, drink, and gallery hopping. Look for Patrice McMurray's jewelry in McCall Gallery and drop by the George Schmidt Gallery, too. Also that evening, the New Orleans chapter of the National Conference of Artists will have an opening at the building, 1727 Aretha Castle Haley Boulevard, and some of the beloved photographers, Pat Jolly's photos will be on view, including, you've got to see this, one of Fats Domino on the SS President. And the show will also be open next Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And special thanks to the owner of the building, Connie Laborde. And now we leave you, though, with more music from the O'Flaherty Brothers. And this is written by Patrick. It is Mo Am Bail Bieg in Gaelic, meaning my little village. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Ik meek om hages bauchus hagite a hessen rouge a road station that leave me up my brother on the wood and he will slave remind her solid children new goodbye to the head war on all station that we made up from a wild dog and he will slave and all the station that we made up from a wild dog and he will slave come on killers in Sandalmore Tashelum on the free.
Programming on WYES is made possible in part by Susie and Pierre G. Villery.
From Masterpiece to Nova, Antiques Roadshow to Agatha Christie.
And of course, Steppin Out and Informed Sources.
We are pleased to support public television.
It's been our passion.
For a lifetime.
Support for this program comes from the Gail and Tom Benson Charitable Foundation, committed to funding educational causes.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation promotes, preserves, and perpetuates music, culture, and heritage through programs, cultural, educational, and economic activities year-round. Learn more at jazzandheritage.org. This program is brought to you in part by the Eugenie and Joseph Jones Family Foundation, a local foundation proud to support education, the arts, and culture in the greater New Orleans area.